Dude, thanks again for having me on the podcast. But
Yeah,
here, let me get you the code to my Venmo real quick.
dude, Alani's not going to like that I'm trying to expense this.
I mean, like, don't you get tipped for doing your job nowadays?
I guess sometimes.
Sweet. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, next time you have me do something for you, I'll make sure that, or no, you do something for me, I'll tip you.
No.
But this was clearly for marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sean, your beard, I was just admiring it and how freaking good looking it's looking right now.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time on this beard, so I'm glad that I'm glad because I spend probably like $110, $115 a month total.
$110 just to maintain the beard?
No,
Is
it's
that like-
haircut and beard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's both.
that's not like all your beard oils and whatnot, but that's just like going in and getting your hair cut, your trim.
You know, like the worst part about my beard is that I don't put a ton of beard oil. Like I need to be better about that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find like what the best approach is. I know that people say that beard oil is it, but I've got this like weird. It's gonna sound funny, but almost it looks like Vaseline,
Okay.
but it's like beard stuff. It's like beard gel of some sort.
Beard gel.
So it's to help you it's like to help you shape it so
Okay.
that like you can get the look that you want. So I've been using that like when I need it. Like if my the frizzies get out of control a little
Yeah.
bit, then
Okay.
I'll throw that in. So if I'm like 2 days out from seeing my routine appointment, it gets a little frizzy up here. So I'll have to throw that in. But
How
that's one
often-
area I can improve.
Okay. How often would you say that you have to actually go in to be able to get it trimmed up and stuff?
Oh, dude, if I actually was super crazy about it, I'd probably have to go once a week.
Okay.
Like if I was but I just don't have time for that. So
Yeah.
I go once every 2 weeks, and then typically after about a week of my first, or about a week after I've gone, I'll just look in the mirror and kind of do it myself. But it's terrifying because I'm just waiting until I accidentally go zip,
You
and then I'm
accidentally
like,
clip it, and now all that hard work is just gone.
oh yeah, you gotta you can't mess around with the beard.
No.
Like if you hack off a patch, you got to shave the whole
It's
thing.
gone.
Yeah, you can't be like, well, let's see what we can save here. It's like it's gone. You got to shave it off. So I'm like very, very cautious. It probably takes me like a good 20 or 30 minutes just to do like a minor I'm not really trimming it. I'm kind of just like cutting off the little frizzies that you could see poke out.
Yeah. So do you were talking about how you spend over $100 a month?
Yeah.
Is that for like one of those like subscriptions where you can like go as many times as you want?
Yeah. Shout out Goat. Goat haircut
Goat?
is where I go. So
Okay.
yeah, it's like $95 for unlimited haircuts and beard shape up.
Okay.
And like they'll even do like the lineup of your beard. They'll do like the neck area. The problem is that I have sensitive skin. So I
Ooh.
cannot do the if they do the straight razor, I can handle up here,
Yeah.
but on the neck, nope.
No.
Nope. Like I even tried the steamer. Dude, I don't know what it is, but like this area here is so sensitive. So
Yeah.
like when I shave, I have to do it in the shower with the water as hot as possible.
Really?
Yeah, like
Okay.
most people I know, like I remember when I was younger, it blew my mind because my buddies would just pull out a razor and be like in the middle of the day. And I'm like, dude, that will rip my skin off, like clear off. And I'm like,
Sean's just bleeding.
yeah, bro, it's that bad. And I'll never forget, I was working, my first job was McDonald's.
Yeah.
And McDonald's, I mean, and really any food place, they're really serious about making sure you don't have any facial hair because you don't want that getting in the food, right?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I'm
gross.
young, I'm 16, 17, I didn't shave one day, and I come into the office like, you got to shave. And I'm like, bro, and I remember just going into the bathroom, dreading every second because I had to shave raw with one of those like Bic $2
dude.
plastic dude. And
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like,
Oh.
I will never forget to shave in the shower ever again. It's awful.
Just tearing
Yeah.
your skin up. So when you go into Goat every time, how much do you usually tip your barber?
Kind of depends. Now that she's doing the beard and the haircut, I'll probably be somewhere between $15 and $20 every time I'm there.
So the reason why I ask that is are you on board with me that this tip culture has just gotten astronomically insane?
What, are you not a fan of going to the gas station and being like, hey, I need 20 on, pump number 2, and they're like, where's my tip?
It's crazy, right? Dude? Like I'm out at lunch. I take my wife out to dinner, or I take a team member out to lunch, and the dude's like, yeah, we're just gonna flip the screen around and just ask you a few questions. I'm like, why do you need a tip? All you did was took my order.
Right.
That's literally your job, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's an argument to be made that, that most jobs, you get paid a wage.
You do, right?
What do you need to
that's-
be tipped for?
It reminds me of that scene in The Office where Dwight pays the delivery guy like exact amount, and then he's like, why would I tip somebody for a job that I can do? I can and do cut my own hair. So
exactly. Yeah.
So good to hear that you kind of have that same mentality about tips that Dwight Schrute does, because you are Bearded Dwight.
I mean, here's the thing. I fully intend on getting tipped for doing this podcast.
Yeah, well, CHR about that.
Yeah, right.
They might have some petty cash
like,
laying around
excuse
for
me.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sending out some emails. No, the tip culture is wild. It's you got tip jars everywhere. It's like you go get your tire changed and there's a tip jar. You're like,
yeah, dude.
Thank you for doing your job.
Well, or it's just like, hey, I'm gonna go run down the street and get grab a soda, and it's just like, okay, here's my $1.50 for the soda. Oh, you want $1 tip as well? Well,
right.
Just doubled the price of everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's I don't understand I don't understand it. It's like, I thought a tip was for like, kind of going above and beyond.
Taking my order is not going above and beyond.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like a waitress is going above and beyond, right? It's
totally
like
fine too.
making sure, yeah. It's like she's making sure your drink's full. But listen, if you don't fill my drink, best case is 10% probably.
Yeah.
Maybe 15.
Anyways, we should actually get into talking about access control.
That's a good idea. We are an access control company. That's a good
we
point.
are an access control company, and this is the Big Access Podcast,
which is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I would say so.
That's my second time on. I'm excited.
It is your second time on, but it is the first time with a completed studio. So
it is, which
that is exciting.
Looking really, really good. And first time is Sean.
Yeah.
Technically.
I guess that's true. You were Bearded Dwight in our first episode.
That's
people are going to get to understand and learn the real Sean. Actually, which one's the real Sean at this point?
Like,
we don't know.
Yeah, it's probably like a mixture between the two.
Yeah.
Just watch the first episode, then watch this one. I'm probably somewhere in between.
Yeah, and for those of you who are tuning in, I'm sure you guys have seen all of our Office parody videos. Dude, you got to go out and watch them. Dude, we filmed one yesterday.
It's insanity.
It took us way too long to film that thing because none of us could keep a straight face for anything.
# worth it.
Well, it is so good. So I cannot wait to see how this thing comes together. So it should be coming out pretty close to when this podcast is released. So episode 6 is what that's going to be. So that's going to be a series that we release a new Office episode every month. So and we use just plain old humor to be able to sell access control and talk about PDK's features.
I mean, we're all about fun here at PDK. We sell a great product, but it's unity and fun, one of our core values.
Unity and fun. And it's kind of fun how we got into doing these Office skits. Is it was one day we were just sitting around and we learned that you have a character on your Twitch streams. It's called Bearded Dwight. And we were blown away by it. And we're like, dude, we have to at least use this in some sort of marketing content. So we used it in that first podcast that you were talking about, where we talked about, and what did we talk about? Leads, I think.
We were just talking about, it was basically the onboarding process.
Well, it was our partner program, right?
Yeah.
And all that fun stuff.
Yeah, because I was back when I was a new partner development manager. So it was basically just like, hey, walk us through what it's like to be a partner.
Yeah, and it was such a hit, and people loved it so much that we developed a whole campaign around it. So now it's a lot of fun.
I legitimately, when you came to me and you were like, bro, I want to do that with like Bearded Dwight, I thought you were kind of like tongue in cheek in that. And then, you were like, hey, we want to do, I think I was episode 1 of the Big Access podcast. Or, no, 3.
It was like 3.
It was early.
It was early.
And I was like, oh, he was for real. All right.
Yeah.
So,
dude, if you're going to learn one thing about me, I never go half-ass on anything. I go full-ass.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go hardcore.
Yeah. I mean, what's the point of a half-ass?
I agree. Anyway, so that's going to be a lot of fun there. But another cool thing that we've started doing with Sean is these access control coaching sessions. So we actually, by the time that this episode drops, it's a couple weeks after our very first one that we had. But at the time that we're making this, we did it yesterday. And it's a live coaching session where Sean is at one of our other walls here in our studio. The studio's cool, dude. We got 5 different walls. But it's on one of our other walls that we are coining our live broadcast wall. And in these live access control coaching sessions, Sean then will coach up existing partners on certain things that they can be adding into their arsenal to help either close existing partners on additional features that maybe might not be being utilized, and also teaching people about new things. So we just did one on mobile credentials and what they were, why end users love them, why dealers love them, and showed how they work. It was pretty good.
No, it was great. And I think this is an amazing idea because, when it comes to specifically our product, there's so much that you can do, right?
Yeah.
And so it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of our dealers just had, they just weren't really sure about some of the things that we do. So being able to offer, as much information as we can so that our dealers know that they have so many tools and resources to be successful with PDK.
I mean, that's ultimately what it is, right? We say it all the time on this podcast that we are partner fanatics here. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that our partners succeed. And this is just one of the extra ways that we go about doing that to make sure that they are getting everything that they need. And I think a big part of that is education.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. Like that's what the entire inside team is really focused on right now, is making sure that our partners are educated, because it's, we understand we're not only we're not the only access control company out there, but a lot of our partners are installing other products too.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that when it comes to PDK, they know, like, hey, that company really cares about us. They really care that we understand what the product does for us and what it does for our customers.
Absolutely, dude. I love it. So in your opinion, the way that we're doing these access control coaching sessions, we started it off and we did about a 15-minute presentation of a coaching session, and then we had a really long Q&A.
Yeah, it was. Well, part of it was because I gave him my email 4 times, so we don't need to talk about that. That's fine.
Hey, Sean, what is your email?
That was the best, is when somebody commented, like, what's your email again? I was like, oh, my gosh.
It was so good, dude. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, lots of good interaction, lots of good comments. One of the cool things that we do as well is in each one of these coaching sessions, we're going to be giving away a product that is related to what we're talking about. And so yesterday we gave away one of our red Bluetooth readers. So that way you can use that on a job site to be able to install Bluetooth credentials. So that was cool.
Yeah, shout out to KMC.
Yeah,
it was pretty sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. I mean, so make sure you tune in if you want to win some free stuff.
Absolutely. So let's talk about how often are we doing these coaching sessions?
We're going to be doing them, I believe, like the first week of every month. Right?
Yeah, the first Tuesday of every month we're going to be having one. So pretty excited to be doing that, and each one's going to have a different topic and a different focus to be able to help you guys as partners be able to better utilize PDK in some of these installations. So the first one was mobile credentials. This next one I'm really excited about. It's going to be all about door monitoring and specifically utilizing the aux 8 for it.
Yep.
So that's going to be a really good topic. We there's some interesting stats out there that show how infrequent people use a door position sensor.
Yeah, which just that goes back to the education thing, right? It's like we need to help our partners understand the importance of a door position switch, right? And why that's extremely valuable for your customer to have on their system.
Really, dude. I mean, a door position sensor, dude, that is like an $8 part.
Yeah, it's like extremely low cost.
Extremely low cost. And getting that installed into a controller does not take any extra time, right? You're already running cable.
I was going to say, you're already running wire.
Yeah.
It's already there.
It's already there. And so all it is simply plugging that into the board, and then it gives you so much more reporting capabilities. It gives you a live status of what your door is doing. So is your door open? Is it closed? Hey, has your door been propped open for more than 30 seconds? If it has, well, then we can go ahead and send you an instant text message letting you know that the door is open and access control is not doing its thing. It's crazy that people don't take advantage of that.
And again, I think it boils down to education. Like I could tell you from experience when I was actually out there selling products like this, when it came to, when I was working for dealers, right? I could tell you that with retail, restaurants, those types of, small commercial applications, back door being propped is one of the most cost associated thefts that you'll see.
100%.
Because people just prop up in the back door. They got their buddies roll up in their car, and then they just load up a bunch of hamburgers from McDonald's or whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you want to get that door prop notification,
for
right?
sure.
But without a DPS, you can't.
Dude, when I was in high school, we used to prop the back door to the gym all the time in gym, and then during lunch we'd sneak out and we'd sneak into the gym to go play ball.
Dude, you're not the only one. That's exactly what we did.
It's a perfect example.
Yeah, we would just stick this little we'd be a little clever though. We'd try to make it look like the door was closed. So it wasn't super obvious. So we'd have just enough to where you're like, okay, I could just kind of slip my finger in there and pull the door open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they shut it down for the rest of the year after they caught us, so that was fun.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. Think about that. They could have shut you down so much quicker if they had a door prop alert on that door.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, yesterday I heard the door or the reader going off for a door prop notification. That was cool.
We set that up on our own system.
It was amazing. It only took 3 seconds to start ringing. And I was like, sheesh.
I mean, you think about that too, right? Every reader has a piezo built into it.
Right.
You can set an actual door prop alarm on these readers to be able to notify anybody in the area, close this dang door.
Right. Yeah,
So-
you've got notifications within system events too. So
Yeah.
you can actually get a push notification, or not a push notification, of a text message. We can talk about that, I'm sure, in the aux stuff. But
Yeah. So anyways, that's kind of a little teaser on what we're going to be talking about in the next access control coaching session, which by the time this episode drops, you're going to be able to register.
Ooh.
So we would have already sent out the registration link to register for that access control coaching session. But if you have not already done so, you can actually go out to our website, ProdataKey.com, and right on the homepage, you're going to see a rotating banner that rotates through a bunch of stuff. In one of those, you're going to see the access control coaching registration link. So then you can go ahead and click on that, sign up for it, and then you'll get the reminder notification letting you know that, hey, this training course is about to start. And
that is true.
we're going to be giving away an aux 8 this next time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We stepped it up a bit, huh?
So, I mean, Bluetooth reader is cool, but if you're going to a full-on controller, that's really cool. So,
Yeah.
if you want to try out an aux 8, you might want to go and join this this upcoming access control coaching session.
Should I be like Michael from The Office and try to figure out how I can possibly win?
Should we put, like, golden tickets in these?
Oh, my.
Dude, we absolutely have to do a golden ticket video.
We 100% need to.
That
Then we'll just have them all, like, we'll be like, why did you put all 5 golden tickets all on one rack that went to the same dealer?
Dude, I can totally call some of my buddies who are in this local area. Like, they show up and it's like, yeah, I just want my free cloud nodes.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, okay, we're coming up with
See,
this.
Look at this.
Okay,
It's just
brainstorming, dude. This is what we do.
Yeah, this is what the podcast is ultimately for. It's brainstorming for office stuff.
Dude, I am all about that.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
So, anyway, so make sure that you go and register for the access control coaching session. Like Sean was saying, we are going to be doing this one time every month on a different topic to help empower you guys, right? We're all about dealer empowerment, making sure that you guys have everything that you need to be successful. Just one more reason why PDK shows that they care.
Yeah, exactly. And my email is just kidding.
Sean, S-E-A-N.
SEAN.
You know what I think I need to do is I think I need to create an alias. It's SHAWN at ProdataKey.com. And then we can just I can just send all sorts of crap to it and just have it forward to you.
Dude, that is hilarious. But I have something that's extremely funny. I forgot to tell you. It's perfect for this podcast.
Oh, boy.
So after saying my email 4 times on the live broadcast.
How many emails did you get, dude?
No, I got a few. There was people that
Okay.
I was actually really happy because they did reach out to me, which was I was hoping, so I could actually answer the questions they were looking to have answered. However, I did get an email from a guy that put Sean at PDK.com instead of ProdataKey, and I was like, bro, I literally said it 4 times. He still sent it to PDK, and I was like, so I don't know why, but I got the notification that he had tried to email me.
Okay.
And so I don't know. So I reached out to him and I was like, I still answered his question, but it was really funny because in the original email he had sent out, he put PDK.com.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, it's got to be spelled out.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really funny.
That's cool. Well, I think we've covered quite a bit of stuff in this episode, so we're going to start wrapping it all up. But thanks for coming on, Sean. It's been fantastic having you be our first episode here in the new studio with it all being put together.
I mean,
pretty excited about
I
how
feel
it's all-
pretty special.
No,
I'm
you
not gonna
should,
lie.
Sean. You are kind of a special guy.
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
Big Access podcast is very special, so
Oh,
congratulations on
well,
the success. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to the podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and then reach out and let us know if you have any specific topics that you're looking to learn about. But we will go ahead and see you guys next week.